Yes guys, and welcome back guys to a brand new video guys on my channel guys, and in today's video guys we are going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played, Liverpool guys, at the Anfield guys. And yes guys, Manchester United went and lost to Liverpool 7-0, an embarrassment, shocker. It was rubbish. Just can't believe what I watched, to be honest. Confident of going there to getting a result, and we absolutely blown it. The players have got to hang their heads in shame. Absolutely dreadful. Embarrassing. It's disgraceful. It's dreadful. It's shocking. It's not good enough. Disappointing. As Manchester United fans, we're all hurting. Terrible result for Manchester United. Terrible afternoon. Anyway guys, getting into today's video. Made 3 changes from last game against Leicester City. Talking about the starting 11, so we started with De Gea, Delop, Varane, Martinez, Shaw, Casemiro, Fred, Anthony Weghorst, Fernandes and Rashford. Getting to the overreaction now. Comedy of errors. Embarrassing, disgraceful, dreadful, humiliated and shocking. I can't believe what I watched. I'm lost for words. I'm speechless. It's a reality check and a wake-up call. I'm stunned and shocked. Utter shite. Absolute. It's disappointing, annoying and frustrating. It's not good enough. The players are a joke. Fucking dreadful. It's damage limitation. We made too many mistakes. Midfield was non-existent. Toothless in attack. All the goals were avoidable. The heads had gone, capitulated and folded. We let them run into spaces that were open. Lack of defensive organisation. Through the midfield and the attack, we were awful on the transitions. The midfield could not get hold of the game. It was capitulation and the heads dropped. There was no fight, no passion, no pride and no heart. We were run ragged. The defence was a disaster. There was no aggression. We did not close them down. Very slow and subdued. The substitutions didn't make an impact. Liverpool outpassed and outclassed us. Liverpool were brilliant. Too many individual performances were poor. We can't put a pass together. United are just not concentrated. Liverpool are a lot more rampant. Liverpool picked up the intensity of the tempo. Liverpool punished us and wanted more. Liverpool a lot more ruthless and relentless. Every chance Liverpool had, they scored and were clinical. First half was decent. Second half was shite. Overall, embarrassing performance. Anyway guys, what did I make of the performance? I thought it was embarrassing, disgraceful, humiliating, shocking, dreadful and unprofessional performance by Manchester United. To be honest, I've come on here absolutely shocked and stunned of what I watched against Liverpool. I was pretty much confident that we were going to go into this game and get a result, at least, snatch a 2-1 win. I'm lost for words, speechless, can't believe what I watched. 7-0 as well against rivals is embarrassing. I know it's a difficult place to go to, Anfield, and get a result, but you don't lose them 7-0. Chelsea had bought loads of players in the January transfer window, and they didn't get hammered like that 7-0. United were rubbish, absolutely shite. We were not good enough. Poor, embarrassing, humiliated, was disgraceful, dreadful. Attitude was dreadful. I thought the body language was all wrong as well. We deserve what we got. I think the players have got a lot to take on that. I don't think Ten Hag's got to blame for that. I know it's Ten Hag's team, but I don't think he's at fault for this. I think the players have got to take a lot of responsibility in this game. No fight, no passion, no pride, no heart. Shame on the players. Hang your heads in shame for that, because I thought that was absolutely dreadful. Not uneasy to watch as a Manchester United fan. To watch that, through that for a whole 90 minutes. I think United fans will be struggling for words. Can't find the words for it because it's rubbish. You can't lose games like this. 7-0 against your biggest rivals. Liverpool fans are going to enjoy it. They're going to rub it in. The whole world is just saying that. It's just not good enough to do that away from home. It's just utter shite. You can't do that. And the heads just dropped, folded, capitulated, and they didn't want to get back into it. At 2-0, an opportunity to get back into the game, and at 3-0 the game was done. There was no way back. Dreadful overall, but getting into the game now, I thought the first half had kicked off. I thought the first half we did decent. I thought we came out in the first half. I know Liverpool were much better. I know they came out on the front foot. I don't think Liverpool did nothing. I think they just came out on the front foot. That showed the aggression. I thought I think they could have done better in terms of getting into our box and causing more of a threat. But I thought United defended well. In that first half, defended well. I thought there was a game plan in the first half. I know we were trying to get them on the counter, but we still had some good chances. Bruno had a good chance. Obviously, Casemiro had a disallowed goal. So there were some positive sides in that first half, Obviously some fans are going to see a complete different game because you're deluded. But I think, you look at that performance in the first half, United were all right. We were quite decent enough in the first half. despite we conceded with a few minutes to go just before half time. I think that was annoying, the fact that, you know, we had a free kick, we scored, and it was disallowed, and then moments later, up on the other end, they go and score. I think that was just down to shit defending, not getting tight enough, and then, you know, we were 1-0 down. I think a hard one to take in the first half, considering that we were 1-0 down. And then in the second half, I thought, you know, United a bit more of a second half team. We'll come out playing with high intensity, high tempo. We'll be moving that ball quicker. But then we came out in the second half and we started slow again. And you know, the second goal was stupid. Shaw loses possession, capitalise on it, 2-0. You know, then it was just a comedy of errors. It was after mistake, after mistake, after mistake, after mistake. Not learning from them as well. Just giving the ball away too easily. You know, misplaced passes. And teams like that, Liverpool, they'll just capitalise on it and they'll score goals for fun. It was a field day for them. And the more mistakes we kept making, they kept capitalising. They were rampant. They showed the high intensity, the high tempo, a lot more rampant. They were ruthless. They were relentless. They sustained their attacks. And every chance Liverpool had, they scored and they were clinical. And then it got to 3-0, got to 4-0, got to 5-0, got to 6-0. And then, you know, the heads had just capitulated. They dropped. Folded, and then there was just no fight, no passion, no pride, no heart. You know, didn't play for the badge, didn't play for the club, and we got what we deserved at the end of the day. And Ten Hag come out after the game saying it was an unprofessional performance. Didn't follow the game plan. Were not disciplined. Didn't follow the principles. And that's what you get in teams like Liverpool. They'll punish you, and that's what they did to us. You know, the defence was a disaster. They absolutely put a knife through that midfield. Defence was a shambles. No organisation from the players. That's what you get when teams are aggressive, and we don't show that aggression, and we don't go and close them down. And we can't do the basics as well. That's how you can heavily get defeated like that. And United overall were dreadful, and we got what we deserved at the end of the day. That's a tough one to take in the end, to lose 7-0. A tough afternoon. In the first half we played decent, but then in the second half we just completely switched off. Is it a one-off result, a blip and a freak result? I hope it is, to be honest. I know we've come back from defeats like this before. I know we obviously lost the second game 4-0 and we bounced back from it. We got beat by Man City 6-3, we bounced back from that as well. And obviously now we've just lost 7-0 to Liverpool, which is embarrassing. I do think it is a one-off result. You don't see these all the time in front of the fans. Like, it is a blip, like it is a freak result. It's all free, to be honest. Hit it on the nail of the head and say, yeah, I think it is a one-off result. You don't get them all the time. That happens to teams when every chance that you take, when you're clinical in front of goal, will score goals like that. Where the other team can't do the basics, can't get back into the game, not show that aggression, not doing the basics right, not closing down the players, leaving too many bases open high up the pitch. That's what can happen at the end of the day. I do think it is a one-off result. I do think it is a blip, and I do think it is a freak result. I think it's a wake-up call. I think it's a reality check for Manchester United, the players especially. I think the players have got to look at themselves in the mirror. It's an embarrassing result. These things happen. You can definitely bounce back from these defeats. It's not nice for the manager as well. He's the one that some people will get a bit of blame off, but the players have got to take responsibility for that. I think it's all on the players for this. They're the ones to blame. I do think they should have done much better. That's what happens at the end of the day. How do we recover from this and get back to winning ways? Got to dust ourselves off. I think the players have got to go back into character and learn from every single goal that they conceded, that were definitely all avoidable. We've got to make it right. Eric Ten Hag's going to be ruthless now in the next game, midweek. I think that midweek game's going to be so crucial. We have to get back to winning ways right away. You can't feel sorry for yourself for that long. because there's loads of games left. You have to pick yourselves up and go again. There's some good characters in this team. These are not bad players. These are fantastic players that have got some fantastic qualities all about them. They've got different qualities to show. I think Eric Ten Hag's going to be ruthless. I think he's going to make changes for the next game. He's going to give some players a chance as well in the next game. We just have to dust ourselves off, put it in the past, put it behind us, and look forward to the next game. And you have to put it right in the next game. Eric Ten Hag's not only just Eric Ten Hag, but the fans are going to be expecting a response, a reaction from the players, and they have to show it on Thursday night against Real Betis. If they get back to winning ways midweek, we just have to take it one game at a time. Don't look at the game after that. Focus on this game first, and then we focus on the game after that. I think you just have to dust yourselves off and go again. Focus on the next game. I know it can psychologically get to the players, but you just have to put it behind you and move on. Who was my man of the match? Is that even a question? I thought he was the worst player on there, to be honest. I thought the majority of them were dreadful. Dyer letting rubbish goals that could have been all avoidable, but I do think his defence let him down. I think the whole back four were terrible. The midfield got put in a spliff, and the forwards were toothless as well. There was no ideas in the second half when we eventually got hold of possession. No, I can't give you a man of the match. They were all dreadful. How do we beat Southampton? Now, obviously, coming into the next game against Southampton now, it's a must-win for Manchester United. You look at them in the table, they're 19th. You know, they've got no manager in as well. They're in disarray as well themselves. They've got, you know, but I think Southampton have got something to prove here. They know that, you know, coming to Old Trafford, they'll give it everything that they've got. It'll be their FA Cup final. So Southampton will be coming into this game rubbing their hands, thinking, you know, this is a side that's just lost 7-0 last week, and our chance to, you know, get something on them. So I think Southampton, you know, the last 5 games they've lost, I think 3 of those games. So Southampton are not doing great. But Southampton are coming away from home, and they're struggling to score goals away from home. They've only scored 9 away goals so far this year. So that's not good on a Southampton perspective as well. So they're struggling as well. But the thing is, though, they are, you know, taking it one game at a time. But for United, I think as a United perspective, we have to win midweek to have that confidence and that momentum going into the next game against Southampton. But we look at this game, it's a must-win. We have to get the 3 points here. Can't afford to drop points. Games like this, you have to win. You know, you don't want to get complacent against this team because they are a very good side. They've got some fantastic quality players in there. So Southampton will not back down from this task. They'll take it as a big game for them. You know, they're capable of beating Chelsea. So they'll be ready for a game like this themselves. I think Southampton, you know, they're a good side. You don't want to write them off, considering that they're 19th, but they'll come to Old Trafford with a game plan, and they'll try to cause an upset. You know, we've got to be mentally in the right mind frame and the right mindset, the right mindset, the right mentality. I think we've got to prepare well for a game like this. I think it could be a bit of a physical game with them as well, depending on what they're going to do as well. But I do believe that Southampton will just sit back and counter-attack Manchester United, and they'll play with a low block as well. And then it's all about when they get possession of how effective they can be. So Southampton, they're not going to back down from this challenge. You know, it's a challenge for them. They're going to want to, you know, come to Old Trafford and cause an upset, and they'll try to ruin it. So we have to be ready. Defensively, we have to be able to frustrate them. And, you know, they get these chances and then they'll sit back and they'll defend it, and they'll defend that lead. They did it against Chelsea. Chelsea were woeful. They did it against Leicester. Leicester had good chances, but they just didn't take them. And on another day, I think they would have beaten Southampton, but that wasn't their day last weekend. But what do we expect from the Southampton side? I think they're a well-organised side. You know, they defend well. They frustrate teams. I think they're struggling to score goals as well this season. Defensively, they'll be tight and compact. They're inconsistent with their results, but they'll be well drilled. You know, they'll be very direct. You know, they're young, hungry players. They've got quality players. They'll make runs in from behind. They'll put 10 men behind the ball. They tend to make a lot of mistakes. You know, they'll get in between the lines. They'll show a lot of character, team spirit, desire, commitment, determination, and they'll play with a lot of width as well. But we've got to be able to defend properly. You know, we've got to be defensively be organised. You know, we've got to be tight and compact. You know, we've got defensively got to frustrate them. Got to be ruthless, relentless, aggressive, high intensity, high tempo, play with energy, create the chances, take your chances. Got to be clinical. Get the crosses into the box, drag them out of position. Set pieces could come into play. You know, you need to play with width, get between the lines. Got to close them down. Don't let them get back in the game. Don't leave any spaces open. They'll show incredible team spirit, character and fight. Got to do the basics right. Game management and decision making will be vital. You know, you've got to get tight. Don't let them get a shot off. Sustain your attacks. Do the basics. You know, were you 50-50s? Were you second balls? Were you duels? Put them on the back foot. Keep possession. Fullbacks have got to be effective. Force them to make mistakes. Put them under pressure. Don't let the wingers cut back inside. Don't afford to make mistakes. Make the runs in from behind. Don't get pulled out of position. Be explosive and keep Armstrong quiet. And Che Adams as well, quiet. Get into the stats now. Possession for Liverpool, it was 59.6%. And for Man United, it was 40.4%. Goals for Liverpool, it was 7. And for Man United, it was 0. Total shots for Liverpool, it was 18. And for Man United, it was 8. Shots on target for Liverpool, it was 8. And for Man United, it was 4. Shot accuracy for Liverpool, it was 44.4%. And for Man United, it was bang on 50%. Inside the box for Liverpool, it was 15. And for Man United, it was 6. Shots outside the box for Liverpool, it was 3. For Man United, it was 2. Total passes for Liverpool, it was 468 passes. And for Man United, it was 314 passes. The pass accuracy for Liverpool, it was bang on 78%. And for Man United, it was bang on 71%. Getting to the substitutions now, Weghorst went off for Galaccio. Talk about Wood's performance. Got back into the number 10 role and had some decent interplay, but was never a goal-scoring threat. 1 goal in 13 games now. Fred went off for McTominay. Talk about Fred's performance. Energetic and eager as ever, impressing his opponents, but United willingness to let Fred wander forward contributed there. Loosiness. Casemiro went off for Summit, so talk about Casemiro's performance. Uncharacteristically careless the ball, but he's proved to be a game too far for one of United's players of the season. Liverpool overwhelmed him. Martinez went off for Malacia, talking about Lisandro's performance. Reasonably solid in the first half, but easily saved by Mohamed Salah for the contest killing third goal. Rashford went off for Ilanka, talking about Marcus's performance. Missed a huge chance at 0-0, ultimately cost United. He has carried the attack all season, picked the worst place possible to be weighted down by the burden. Next up, we've got Southampton. Southampton are 19th at the table. Now, coming into this game against Southampton, a few things from me. This is a Southampton team that are in disarray. They don't have a manager. They've got their assistant manager that's in charge now. He was a coach for Nathan Jones when he was in charge, and he was Ralph Hasenhutl's assistant. But coming into this game, he's going to know a lot of these players. What Ruben Sellers has done since he's come in, he's got them back being organised, back to where players want to play in their actual positions. But Southampton, we know we have to win this game. It's a must win. We can't be able to drop points at this. We have to be able to win the game on Thursday and look forward to this game on Sunday with Southampton. Southampton are going to come here with a game plan. They're going to sit back deep, play with a low block, hit us on the counter-attack. And they've got possession. They're going to show how effective that they can be. But they'll get those balls into the right channels as well. They can go and make those runs in from behind. And they are a threat when they get forward. There's a couple of players that are very aggressive. They'll be ruthless, I think, as well. They are going to fight for this. It's going to be their FA Cup final. United have got to go into this game with the right mindset, the right mentality. We have to prepare well for a game like this. And we have to be ready mentally, physically. Got to go with the right mindset, the right mentality. Defensively, we have to be able to frustrate them. In a game like this against Southampton, you have to be able to get that first goal pretty quick. If you can get that first goal within the first 20 minutes of this game, it will change the whole game. Southampton have conceded. They'll be like, well, what's our plan B? What United have got to do in this game against Southampton is we have to be able to show that reaction, and we have to gift it back to the fans. A lot of fans are going to be expecting a win. We can't afford to drop points here against Southampton. They're in disarray. They don't have a manager. 19th for the table as well. You've got to beat this team. This is a team that could potentially go down at the end of the season. We have to perform well for a full 90 minutes. Got to get the win here. 3 points at best here, lads. Don't draw this. If you draw this game, it just goes to show that the mentality has just completely changed in this squad since we've won that Carabao Cup final. And you have to be switched on at all times. You have to play with high intensity, high tempo, energy, intent. We've got to be rampant. We have to be aggressive as well. We have to be ruthless with them. We have to be relentless with them. And it's all about when we get these chances, we have to take our chances, and we've got to be clinical in front of goal. We have to be able to play with courage, intent, conviction, and we've got to turn up to this game as well. But Southampton are scoring 0.8 goals per game. Southampton are conceding 1.6 goals per game. Southampton have only scored 9 goals away from home this season, so they're struggling to score goals away from home, and they've not been great on the road as well. You know, Southampton have the 4th worst defence in the league. Southampton have won 6, drawn 3, and they've lost 16. And this is it. It goes to show they've only won 6 games. United have won 15 games this season as well. Or more than that, I think, as well. They've lost to Tottenham 4-1. Man United 1-0. See, a chance to do the double on Southampton as well for United as well. Wolves 1-0. Villa 1-0. Everton 2-1. Man City 4-0. Palace 1-0. Newcastle 4-1. Liverpool 3-1. Brighton 3-1. Fulham 2-1. Forest 1-0. Villa 1-0, Brentford 3-0, Wolves 2-1, and Leeds United 1-0. Southampton have lost 9 games away from home, so that's like over 50%, about 70-odd% they've lost the majority of their games away from home this season. Guys to look out for Bazunu, Walker-Peters, Perrod, Livramento, Sarsi, Belleric, Bella-Kotchap, Maitland-Niles, RBO, Ward-Prowse, Stuart Armstrong, Gineppo, Elanusi, Alcatraz, Diallo, Lavia, Adam Armstrong, Adams, Orsic, Urilechu, Mara, and Walcott. Hope you guys enjoyed another video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you want to, and I'll see you guys in a video in the next couple of days, and peace.